Shawn Porter Promotions.
Did I get that right? That website or the link?
What?
Did I get that link right?
I didn't hear it, but we'll figure it out.
We'll see what happens. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. Antt back.
Yeah, I've been gone for a minute. Somebody said, they sent me something they said would have been funny. I would have been there laughing. I was like, nah, how you know? I laugh at everything like you laugh at everything.
Somebody sent you something.
That said, I wish you was there because you've been laughing at this.
You talking about in the podcast?
Yeah. Everybody else serious, you'd have been crying. I was like,
oh, wow.
Childish. Y'all childish.
You're missed. You're missed, sir. You're sorely missed.
Oh.
Listen, man, I told you guys here, let me do this real quick. The PorterWay Podcast, our membership, please join the membership. I know I keep saying I got a lot coming to the podcast membership page. I do. I was able to do a great interview with Manny and his son last night. We got some behind the scenes stuff. All that's being shipped over there to the memberships. I want you guys to just join in the fun that you don't get to have or see with us, here on the show. And then also the new feature that we have for the PorterWay Podcast is Ask TPWP. And we want you to go to Bitty, B-I-T-Y.
Close. Bit.ly.
Bit.ly. Okay. Oh, Bit.ly. Yeah. B-I-T-L-Y. Is it / then?
I'll just say it. Bit.ly.com/asktpwp.
There it is. We got a couple fan questions today. I missed one of the fans' questions last week's episode. So producer's going to hold me honest to that. Make sure that I answer these questions. We want you guys to send them in. Like I keep saying, we want to see y'all faces. We want to hear y'all voices. We want to hear how y'all feel, what y'all are thinking. And I don't know if you saw last week, but we did the show last week live.
Yeah.
And I felt like there were a lot of people that came onto our live that aren't fans of the podcast.
Okay.
And the reason why I say I felt like these guys aren't fans of guys weren't fans of the podcast is because they kind of were coming at me. Like, Sean, just say you were wrong and, eat crow. And I'm like, what the hell?
Hey, but Sean, believe it, that you have fans that do that.
Y'all was doing that to me.
Yeah, people do that.
I felt
they love for you to admit you're wrong. That's, you know how many times when I lost, I picked a fight on here and people are like, yeah, what happened now? Like, bro, damn, okay, I lost.
Listen, I'm going to make this announcement right now. I'm going back to being a 50-50 guy. And I'll explain why along the way. But I'm gonna do this real quick.
You've been wrong too much?
I'm going to do this real quick, right? I'm going to talk directly. I'm speaking directly to Devin Haney, okay? I'm also speaking to the fans, the supporters of Devin Haney that may have felt like whatever you've been seeing him say or feel he's been doing, that you might feel he's justified. Listen, I'm going to say my piece, 10 minutes of this, and then we're done with it. Whatever happens after that happens. But disclaimer for my guy Antt right here. Don't take shots at anybody else. It all comes at me.
Okay, I don't care.
I know you don't care, but it all comes at me.
I'm built for this, baby.
This is my Dr. Schultz moment, okay? You guys remember the Django film? Dr. Schultz and Django are going to get his wife, Broomhilda, from Candyland. They get there, they do the job, everything's done, and then Calvin finds out that this joint is twisted up. Mm-hmm. He still is going to let Broomhilda and Django and Dr. Schultz go. Sign the paperwork, all that kind of stuff. It's all done. Dr. Schultz is just in this funk. He's in this space feeling like it's done. That's how I feel. I feel like it's done. What's been said has been said. But you're continuing to poke the bear. You're continuing to poke me and make me feel like I need to say something that I wouldn't normally say or do something that I wouldn't normally do. Calvin Candy says, this deal ain't done until you shake my hand. And Dr. Schultz is like, nah, I'm good. I ain't shaking your hand. I had a conversation with Andy. Me and Andy talked about this whole thing, and Andy was like, SP, just let it go. Boxing, you know how boxing goes. A week is the cycle.
It's a wave.
And after a week, it's gone.
Yes.
And so I was good. I told you, I said, yo, we gonna put together the clips. I want all the receipts. I'm gonna show everything. And he's like, SP, just let it go. We talked a good 10, 15 minutes. Boom, gonna let it go. But then I'm out there in LA and I'm still seeing stuff. And I'm still hearing stuff. So this is my Dr. Schultz moment. This is my moment where I look at Calvin Candy. You still want to shake my hand. You still want to talk to me. And now I aim at you and I go like that. Right? So here we go. 10 minutes, Hafey. And at the 10-minute mark, I'm done with it. I got some notes because I want to make sure that I do this right. So top to bottom, right? The Norman Jr. fight is announced, or not even announced. Everybody's talking about it. And we see that Bill Haney is talking about fighting Brian Norman Jr. and all this and that. I sent that message for notes for the people, for my guys. This wasn't for y'all. And I said, this fight ain't happening. Hafey put it on there. And now I got an answer to what I said to everybody. So now let me explain one more time what I meant by that. There's a lot of times when you're talking about a fight that you want to have happen. Mm-hmm. People don't know about this, but I was calling Terrence in 2020 to see if he and I could fight. My dad is hounding me. Give me names. We're not going to get Terrence. I said, if it ain't Terrence, it ain't nobody. I don't want to fight anybody. But Terrence, that fight was talked about for a year before the fight happens. That's how long it takes for some of this stuff to happen. So when you talking about we want the best, we want Brian Norman Jr. and all this kind of stuff, yeah, that's what you're saying out here. But at the same time, what's realistic? What can actually happen? At that point in time, when they talked about the fight, I didn't think the fight was realistic. Mm-hmm. I didn't think the fight was going to happen. I didn't think coming off of a performance that he had against Jose Ramirez, that Brian Norman Jr. being on the kind of tear that he was on was what they wanted next. I just didn't think that, right? That's what I keep to myself, but because it was made public, now I got to answer it. And I said that. Before the fight was announced that it was going to happen, I came back around and said, oh, you know what? Actually, this fight is going to happen. And I said, but you know what? They just kind of put their foots in their mouths. I'm not saying they're scared. That's what I said back then. I'm not saying they don't want to fight Brian Norman Jr. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they just don't want this fight right now. It ended up being the best thing for him.
Smoked him.
Ended up being the best thing for him. But number one, I was on record for saying it wasn't going to happen. And then when Bill was calling Junior and talking to him, and then everybody's saying Shawn was right, I said, well, you know what? Actually, while I said it wasn't going to happen, it actually is going to happen, because once I take a look at Turkey, His Excellency is involved, this fight is actually going to happen. Whereas before you would have a top rank in the PBC situation and Shawn's in the middle saying, I want Terrence Crawford, and it takes a whole year for this to happen. That ain't happening right here. So again, where was I wrong? Then the fight happens, and let's fast forward real quick. And then, we'll go through this real quick. The performance that he had against Ryan Garcia, that fight went the way that it went. In between those knockdowns, my man was handling his business. He was doing what he needed to do. The fight was still close at the end, but we all knew that Ryan Garcia won this fight. Mm-hmm. Then you fast forward, and you have the kind of performance he had against Jose Ramirez is just not acceptable. Mm-hmm. So let's move on past that fight, because you just had this last fight. So now we have to judge you based off of your last fight. Mm-hmm. But based off of Ryan Garcia, based off all of the talk between Ryan Garcia and Jose Ramirez, you don't leave me with a whole lot to work with. So coming to this fight, I'm looking at one guy that's extremely confident as a Southern boy, looks like he don't know how to accept no, and doesn't really look like he can be outboxed. Looks like he's going to have more answers than what he had. And y'all had the right answer for this kid. Mm-hmm. And y'all performed great. Where's the hate from me? And again, let me rewind real quick. While everybody was talking about you dropped him in the second round and then it's a snooze fest after about 6 or 7 rounds, it becomes a snooze fest. I said last week, I'm not going to talk about this being a snooze fest. He did what he had to do. I left the hate in the back room. I could have talked about how you said you was going to fight, you was going to disarm somebody and make them a one-arm fighter, take away their best punch, which was their hook, which you did. And then you dropped the dude in the second round. How are you fighting a one-armed guy who's getting bad information from his corner and you can't do any more than what you did in the second round? But I didn't say that last week. I left that off this because I try to give everybody their respect. I try to give everybody the love. I try to treat everybody how I would expect them to treat me. But because you want to go on other networks and stuff like that and talk about me and all that kind of stuff, I just got to answer to all this. I got some notes because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Paying for sparring. Devin, we sparred a number of 2 times. In each of those sparring sessions, I was told by my dad to do defense. And you were 14 or 15 years old, not even 16. 14 or 15. And my dad admired the kind of boxer that you were at your age and said, I just want my son to work defense. Let your son move around. He could throw as many punches as he wants to throw. My son is just going to work defense. We wasn't trying to take it light on you or nothing like that. We didn't feel like you couldn't handle it. My dad was taking me through a rigorous exercise that he did with me. Learn from it. And in the process, you never got money from me. So don't tell people that Shawn paid you $200 to $300. I'm sparring Kelly Pavlik when I'm 14 years old. Kelly didn't pay me. When I sparred Kelly when I was 14 years old, I did 3 or 4 rounds with Kelly. That got me ready. They wanted to see what can he do. And then a couple of years later, they brought me back to spar with him. And then they actually paid me to be in camp with him. You were never in camp with me. You was on the back end of camp when Shawn just needs some rounds. He just want to move around, and my dad want to make sure that everything is firing the way that it needs to fire. And you never got money from me. My dad did his job as a manager. He looked at a young kid coming into the ring. Thanks for giving us some work. Here's a little bit of change for giving us work, for moving around with my son while he does defense. And shout out to Bill, because Bill did what he was supposed to do. When that sparring session goes public, Bill don't tell nobody, well, Shawn was just doing defense, and we just was in there, moving around with him. It was good. It was a good experience for my son. You don't need to explain anything. Your son was shining that day. You let him shine, and what does that do? That increases your profile. You're welcome. And yeah, I talked about Victor Conte because Victor Conte was a part of a situation with Vada when nobody knows the exact business that Vada and Victor Conte did. But when Brian Jr. started talking about it, I said, I didn't know, It's saying a whole lot. But what I was saying was there is a small conflict there. And by the way, Victor and I were very good before he passed on. Very good. I was checking on him very often before he passed on. Victor had no problems with anything that was done on this podcast. So why should you? The accomplishments. I looked at the comment on the podcast, and you practically attacked Tiger and Shushu, and of course myself and Sean Zittel, and said you've accomplished more than all of us combined. Congratulations. And I keep talking about the documentary that I'm putting together. And when you see this documentary, it has to be great. It has to be excellent. It has to be the best. But when you see this documentary, you're going to understand that a lot of the stuff that I did, I didn't grow up wanting to do practically 90% of what I did. I didn't grow up wanting to do it. You're living the life that you have always wanted to live. I'm very, very happy for you. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that you've surpassed anything that I could have ever done at this point. But then let's rewind back real quick. Ain't nobody ever talked about Shawn Porter being in the boring fight. Ain't nobody ever texted about or tweeted about snoozing and all that kind of stuff during one of my fights. So while you're getting these accolades and you're doing all of those things, make sure people still want to see you. Make sure people aren't still talking about you being a boring fighter that can't do any more with a one-armed guy than go the distance with them. Didn't make sense. I'm not hating. I do the best I can to show love. I pick my words very deliberately. I try to be fair at all times. I try to be concise with everything that I do. This PorterWay Podcast, this energy that y'all getting from me right now, it ain't too many times we've had this kind of energy on the podcast. And I really do hope that this is the last time. My dad told me that boxing is this much of your life. You got so much more life to live after this. And with this little bit that you got right now, Not everybody gets that 20, 30-year bid like Mayweather and like Pacquiao. Most of us get this amount of time. And if along the way you burning bridges and you doing the wrong things, you won't be like me. I can travel the world by myself and I don't have to look behind my back. Nobody's out for me because I've been respectful, because I've been a gentleman, and I've tried to extend love in everything that I've done, whether it's on the podcast, a broadcast, whatever it is, other networks and all that kind of stuff. Last thing I want to say, and then I think I'm good. I'm moving forward. Where we at with time?
About 16 minutes in.
Okay. Last thing I got for y'all is the psychology of this game. And the psychology of this game, I mean, is the psychology of life. Check it out, Antt. Somebody can say 7 good things to you and they say 1 bad thing. What you remember?
Yeah, the bad thing.
Remember the bad thing they say to you. That's how we're created. That's how we're made. I wouldn't say that's how we're created, but that's how we operate. We operate recognizing more negativity than we do positivity. So let's go all the way back one more time. And Devin said, I've been hating on him for years. That fight ends with Ryan Garcia. And I'm practically the only one in the boxing community that said they can fight 9 more times and Devin is going to win all 9 of those fights. I said Devin's going to win the rematch. He made the wrong decision that night. He came in with the wrong mindset that night. Everybody was tearing him to pieces. And I said, no, he's good. He's good. And then that fight he had with Jose Ramirez, everybody like, no, he ain't good. He gunshot. He this, he that. I said, nah, he just had to push the reset button. He good after this one. He just had to push the reset button. He didn't use as much offense as we're used to. I said, but he good. He good. Everybody else was writing you off, big dog. I did not do that. And when this fight was announced and it was actually happening with Brian Norman Jr., everybody was saying Brian Norman Jr. was going to end your career. I said, stop saying that. Not only is he not going to end his career, but if Devin is operating the way we know Devin can operate, what did we hear his dad saying to Junior's dad saying to him in the fight? Come on, son, you got to do more. And I said that's what was going to happen. I salute you, Dev. I salute your accolades. I salute everything that you've done because game recognized game. We recognized it when you were 14, 15 years old. We've watched you grow. We've watched you become everything that you've become. I see you at 147 pounds looking like a man. But don't call yourself Debo Dev if you can't Debo nobody that's got 1 arm and can't get past 1 defensive move. And you dropped the dude in the 2nd round. You were supposed to drag him through the mud. The same way everybody drug you through the mud when you got dropped a couple of times by Ryan Garcia and everybody's saying that you really lost that fight, even though it got wiped off your record. You lost that fight. I said, man, let it go. It is what it is. Everybody drug you through the mud when you had that kind of performance you had against Jose Ramirez. I said, nah, he's good. He's good. You are good, Dev. And I appreciate you as a fighter. I appreciate you as a gentleman. I appreciate you as a man. And I told people this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. The last time you and I encountered one another, we were this close to one another, and you looked at me and you said, what's up, champ? And you dapped me up. I said, cool. That's all I need. I don't need you to say any more. I just don't want any type of conflict that's going to erupt and people are going to be looking at us crazy. Because you called me a coon. And at the end of the day, 2 black men shouldn't be talking about one another like that. So you're going to always get the respect from me. You're going to always get the love from me. But the number one thing you're going to always get from me after that is truth. And if you don't like the truth, look at the people around you. While you call the guys that were sitting next to me, yes, man. Look at the people around you. Did they really let you believe that you didn't lose a fight that you lost because that guy was doing PEDs? Because you still got hit with the same punch a couple of times. And you still had some deficiencies and some struggles in that fight. I hope you fix those deficiencies. I hope you fix those struggles. And I look forward to seeing him get in the ring with Ryan Garcia should they rematch, because that'll be a fight for the ages in the next one. All that said, let me go back to being who I am. That was my King Schultz, Dr. King Schultz moment where I just couldn't let it go. Had to say that. I think it's all done, dead. You're not gonna get anything else from me. I can't spend energy like that on things like that. To me, it's just not necessary. And I'd rather be the good guy. And the last thing I'm gonna say is I'm going back to being a 50-50 guy. When I was 50-50, I ain't like that I was being 50-50, but at the end of the day, as like I said before, you never really know if somebody's has game plan for you and what that game plan is, if they're going to be able to implement it, and if they're ready for the moment, and is that corner really as strong as you think it is? It was a lot that happened in that Devin Haney and Brian Norman fight.
Brian Norman's greener than people really thought.
A lot of that did not happen in the middle of the ring. A lot of that just happened on the night.
I told somebody he needed to move out of Atlanta and move to the West Coast, start getting real sparring, and get another set of eyes.
That was another thing for me.
The Atlanta thing is bad.
Zittel was hyped about him being an Atlanta boy that's making it. And I'm like, how do you know this? How do you know this?
Yeah,
I'm serious. Like, how do you know this?
How do I know? The South's not serious about boxing.
How do you know this, though?
I'm from the South. That's not our main thing.
Damn.
It's football.
Yeah.
So I live here. You guys, West Coast is serious. But that DC area, that's serious. New York, Midwest. I would say the last area is the South. And don't take me wrong. Don't get it wrong. We got great fighters.
Yeah.
But when you want to get the elite sparring, you got to get out of the South.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people like being from the South country strong. Yeah, it takes more than one to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bullies don't win sometimes when you get in a fight with a skilled guy, A.K.A. Canelo Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he needs to get out of the South. They're greener than they thought.
Yeah.
They thought they can just bully people. Never fought nobody at that caliber fighter.
Yeah.
Been hurt before with I think a stiff jab. And and Dev's stronger.
Yep.
Stronger,
yeah,
faster, more skilled guy. Dev is to the point where it's almost like the Mayweather effect. Mayweather really didn't need his dad and uncle at the end. He don't really need Bill.
He used to sit there and be like, just
yeah. It's Dev getting to that point. He still needs some say, but Dev is getting to that point where
my dad would say to me, everything that I'm telling you now, training camp, I can't say all this on fight night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My dad would say, if somebody's hitting you low, I can't get in the ring and tell you they hitting you low, hit them back low. He said, I'm mic'd up. He said, a lot of this that we're doing now, you got to remember this now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same way, like you see it in football, you see it in basketball. The head coach now becomes just that cure. I'm going to give you these mental cues. I'm going to give you, small things that you may not have seen, these little suggestions. You know, when I did the fight with Marcus, I kind of felt like I was just cueing him on, hey, don't forget this, hey, try this, try that. And when you become that good, it's supposed to become a situation where you just need mental cues. Don't forget this, hey, Dev, keep this here, keep that there, whatever the case may be,
Because I guess when you you've been at that level, when you get the world championship fights like that, if your body can't auto program, you're probably gonna lose. You tired, lights is bright, you've never been here before, you never fought a guy like this. So if your body can't adapt, by the time you're thinking it already happened. That moment's over.
Yep.
Now it's behind you. I don't know, Sean. That's just playing football. If you ain't react, that moment's over. Now you're a step behind.
I feel like boxing never got that fast to me. I remember that in football. When I moved up and I was playing varsity as a sophomore, funny thing, man, quick little thing. Somebody got hurt. I was supposed to be playing running back. Somebody got hurt. I gotta play on defense. So once I got back to being able to play offense, they done already switched somebody else's.
Yeah.
I finally get my opportunity to run the ball, and it was moving very fast. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even hold the rock. Like, I'm like nervous because it was my first time at that level. It took like 2 or 3. We won that game, by the way, that I couldn't, but it took a couple of games for it to really slow down. Boxing never was too fast for me.
I think if your skills, if you don't got it, it's too fast.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Brian Norman ran into.
The one that people keep asking, starting to ask me recently is, did I ever spar with Floyd? Never sparred with Floyd, but I got a feeling like if I had sparred with Floyd, it would have been different from sparring with Manny. Yeah. Manny gave you so much to work with.
Yeah.
He gave you so much to work with.
They said Floyd wasn't there.
Floyd wasn't there. Floyd is shit. Floyd ain't gonna give you what you. He's not gonna give you anything to work with. He's gonna force you to force things.
And then sometimes said he dogged it out.
Yeah. I've heard that as well. Yeah, that would have
been interesting.
Yeah.
You'd probably end up a bloody nightmare.
Stop it. Stop it. What else we got?
We got a lot. What you talking about?
Let's get to the preview.
Oh, you ain't gonna preview, or you want to talk about last night? You gonna wait that till the end?
No, go ahead. Talk about last night. You talking about the fights over there? I was at. Oh, okay, yeah. Ben Whittaker came back. I think.
You talking about that fight?
No.
I'm talking about down the street.
Right. I thought you was talking about Whittaker. So shout out to Ben Whittaker.
Yeah, Ben Whittaker.
He came back.
First round?
I don't know.
He got the KO. I want to see him step up. What is he? A cruiser?
No. I think he's shit. Now you got me.
I don't know a lot about him because I'm just like, yeah. I don't know if this is all hype right now.
So the last time he fought, you watched that fight and you saw the struggle and you hit me up on it and then I had to watch it because you were talking about it. But I do know he came back, had his comeback fight since that nightmare of a fight that he had, and just wanted to shout him out. Before we get to
I think he fought a couple times since light heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he a big boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see him step up and who
fast.
What'd you say?
He's fast.
Super fast.
Yeah, it's fast to be up there.
But I'm like, when do you right now he's showing, I would like to see a Dave Morrell. Dave Morrell. I would like to see a Dave Morrell. He probably won't fight Dave Morrell. Okay, Anthony Yard next. Anthony Yard.
No, man, Yard just coming. Yeah, Yard.
No, next. They both just fought.
No, Yard needs to
spring.
Yard needs to have a seat and not get back up. And I hope that ain't, not the harshest thing in the world. Am I hating on Yard now?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm trying to get him in a fight. I'm just because he's beating the hell out of people, but I just want to see. I want to see if it's real. It's time to step up. Step up. If Zittel was here, he had a name for him. Look, he'd be like this British dude, Zach Parker. I don't know who the fuck that is, but that was Zittel. So.
I just think that Yard is not. He just no.
You think Ben Whittaker is too much for Yard?
Yes.
It's too young.
It's too young. Too much speed.
Okay.
And all that kind of stuff.
If Whittaker moves it right, I don't know how he gonna have to move fast. Could we set up for Benavidez down the road?
Yeah, I think for him, his mark should be Benavidez. Mm-hmm. That should be his mark. David Morrell should be his mark.
If you can get past that, you deserve Benavidez.
Yeah, I think the way boxing is set up, he's supposed to have that Yard fight to kind of solidify it.
I fought one guy, you fought.
Nah, man, that's too much for Yard. Man.
Why not?
Yardy don't need that.
Okay,
Yardy don't need that in his life. Yeah.
All right, so he got it done. Then we move across the ocean back to California, down in Temecula. Sean was in the house. I was like, what the hell's going on?
That's funny you say that. Somebody said, man, we see you at the biggest fights. We've seen you're working here. I tell him, man, I love it.
Yeah.
People trust me. They trust me to come in and do the job, do whatever needs to be done. I ain't gonna front. I did the press conference. They did the weigh-in in the morning, and then I got a random message about 2:30, like, hey, come down. We ready for the press conference. I'm like, and no clue you were gonna do a press conference in the afternoon after a weigh-in. I'm like, matter of fact, you know what? I like this. These guys have been fed. They're hydrated. Oh, yeah. They can speak now. They can use whatever personality that's lost because they waiting to weigh in. They got it now. I show up at the press conference and I'm a little choppy with my words at first. I got myself together eventually, but these dudes don't want to talk. Everybody like, we'll see. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow. I'm like, no. Your job is to tell us why we want to see you tomorrow, and your job is to make us want to see you 2 days from now. Mm-hmm. So, but all that being said, it ended up being a pretty good card. It was up and down with the action through fight night. There were only a couple of fighters that I want to shout out. Jose Luis Russell. This kid is pretty solid at just flyweight. Pretty solid, good boxer overall. Dropped his opponent a couple of times. So be strong, Mexican fighter. He showed himself to be pretty strong. I wanted to shout out this young kid, Rodrigo Mascara, is training out of Las Vegas. I don't know if he's from here, but he's now 3-0. He had a really good fight. Kid is skillful. Mm-hmm. Young. This kid is young. Let me find out how young he is. He is only 20 years old. Young, and you can see it in the body language, how he boxes, the whole nine. He's got some growing to do as a duo, two brothers that are boxing, the Mascara brothers, and this one fought last night, now 4-0 with 2 knockouts. Slick, fast, long for the weight class, and definitely southpaw as well. Somebody that we should be looking forward to seeing in the nearest of futures. Let me get back to this card real quick. Lost it. Where'd the card go? Hafey, can you pull up the card? There was only one other guy I wanted to shout out. Luis Arias in the main event. He got elevated to the main event. And then Terry Washington. So shout out to Terry Washington. Terry won a couple of amateur national tournaments, and he's supposed to be next. This dude, go back and watch the fight and hear me out. I've said this before. Appreciate comparisons. What we're not saying in the comparison is this guy is that guy, but what we're saying is if you like that guy, you should like this guy because he's got similarities as this guy. This kid, Terry Washington, watch the fight. You're going to see a lot of Shakur Stevenson in this kid. Southpaw, long, not as defensively aware or as defensive-minded as Shakur, but he makes up for it with his speed and his offense and his aggression. But you the same little after he punches and stuff like that. I know you like seeing Shakur do that shit. He's got a lot of the mannerisms, the body language, everything. He's a lot like Shakur Stevenson. He's definitely somebody to look for in the future. And then that was it. And then the main event was Lorizana and Luis Arias. Good boxing match. Lorizana won, and solid kid at middleweight. And we'll see what happens. I think he just improved to 19-0. And the fight that everybody was there to see.
The true main event.
Yeah, everybody was there to see Jimuel Pacquiao.
Shout out to Brendan Lally.
Yeah.
O-Block.
Yeah.
He represent O-Block. He's a teacher.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's a teacher.
How you know?
He was saying, I watched the interview on him.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, teacher. They said you're going to get love on O-Block. You know what O-Block is? It's a gang in
in Indiana?
No, in Chicago. And
Chicago.
And they kill, they YNs, they kill people.
Okay.
But he say, they should respect me. I teach over there, not too far away.
Oh, wow. That's what's up.
Yeah, he say he done boxing.
Yeah. Hold on, what?
He say he done boxing.
This was it and he done?
Yeah.
For real?
I swear to God.
What?
Said, if he wants a rematch in the Philippines, it's because my corner wants to go to the Philippines, but I'm done.
I love it. Listen, here's the bottom line for this fight between Lally and Pacquiao. Listen, at the end of the day, and I've been saying this for at least a year now, when you line up two guys that are at the exact same level, something good might happen.
Hey, my man gonna get so much love in the hood.
And I'm not saying, you're right.
He got hands.
I'm not saying this fight was amazing. It was 4 rounds and you gotta watch it. But the first 2 rounds, Jimuel truly did win those first 2 rounds.
All right,
the second round was close.
Yeah, I thought he won. I thought Pacquiao won the second round.
I thought I had Pac
the big
win.
shots.
I had Pac win the first and the second round.
Okay.
And then this kid truly did win the next 2 rounds. This fight was
what kid?
This kid, Lally. This kid,
he won the first round too.
No, he won the first round.
Clearly.
This fight was a draw.
3-1.
This fight was a draw. It had drama. It had some big moments. It had some big moments. Yeah, because at the end of the fight, I'm like, Pat gotta close this, man. If he don't close this, he gonna end up with a draw. And you just don't want to draw in front of all these Filipino fans.
Yeah, they would have lost with her. They would have ripped that place apart.
Listen, moving
forward. Shout out to his mama, man. She's stressed out, man.
They were showing her, right?
Yeah, man. You see? Oh, you can see her.
Man, I'm sitting diagonal from them.
And she's stressed.
And the cameras is just right there. The guy sitting next to me, he couldn't take it no more. He said, man, get the cameras out their face.
Somebody said that?
He got up, went over to him and said, yo, get the cameras out their face. Let them relax. It's too much.
Yeah, she crying.
He sat down next to me. I said, man, I told them there was nobody there to see me. I said,
oh, that's smart.
Production would always show up and they want to know who can we highlight.
No, they used to catch your mom.
Who can we highlight?
They used to catch your mom.
They must have at some point figured out who somebody was. Yeah. But they was never this close. You know what I mean?
One time.
What, who, my wife or
Danny Garcia fight?
My mom or my wife?
Your wife. Yeah, they were in the face.
They found her.
Yeah.
My dad, the first time they did it, they came over to me and I was like, nah, ain't nobody here. They walked away. My dad came over. He said, your mom here? I said, I don't want them to know that.
Yeah.
He said, why not?
That's
I said, Dad, I don't want them to put them cameras in nobody's face. And my dad respected me for that. I never told them that anybody was in the stands because they just gonna put that camera in your face and she's stressed and crying and I went through this with you. Now I gotta go through with him, and it's like
y'all both fighting at the same time. And Pacquiao talking about he want him on his undercard.
No, Pac, don't do that.
That woman gonna have a heart attack. Imagine if they both lose.
Yeah, he said that before the fight, right?
I seen it after.
I don't think he said that after.
He could have said it before, but yeah, I seen it after.
He said that before the fight. He did not say that after the fight.
He said it after.
Ain't no way.
He said I didn't want him to, he needs to co-train with me, and I want to see him train. I want to push him.
Yeah, no.
They said y'all gonna spar. He said, no, we ain't gonna spar.
Let him fight the week after you, Pac. Do your
because
fight.
The wife's sake?
Do your fight on the 7th, and then do his fight on the 15th.
The wife's sake?
For everybody's sake. Even for Pac's sake.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, Manny cannot handle his son boxing on the same card as him. And again, just more wisdom from my dad. My dad had experienced me and my brother fighting in tournaments together. Mm-hmm. So my dad was like, if you guys ever fight pro, I'm never going to schedule you guys to fight on the same night. I was like, I'm a kid. Why? He like, man, that's too much. It's my energy is just done after one of y'all. I can't handle both of y'all on the same fight night, And we seen that from a lot of brothers early on, fighting on the same night, same card, and then you start to separate them because it's just too much energy for the team and everybody that's involved with the operation.
Yeah, so
all that said, we got a great interview with the Pacquiaos.
Okay.
We're gonna show that right after the motivational message. But before we get to the motivational message, end of the show, I want you guys to make sure you check out the motivational message. We'll see what I got on my mind. But before we get to that, man, we got to preview this big card that we got coming up this week.
Yeah, man,
it's sexy, top to bottom.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a card.
Funny enough, like when we compared the card from last week with this card, and at that point in time, I was like, this card is nothing compared to.
Oh no, I thought they was both.
No, this one nice.
Yeah, and I thought they was both.
As we approach fight week, I'm like, man, I don't know what's going to happen in that one. I don't know what's going to happen in that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen in that one. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen in that one.
Fuck out of here. We're going to win, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Shout out to Shane Mosley Sr. He was over there holding it down.
All day.
Both of them. The senior, he's in camp.
Oh, that's what's up.
He's in camp, getting it right. He's like, telling me everything. He's like,
let's go.
I adjusted some shit.
Let's go.
He ready to go. He gonna handle this boy.
Let's go.
This boy gonna make a lot of mistakes.
Let's go. Yo, salute to Jesus Ramos.
Hey, salute to Jose. Salute to Shane Mosley. Okay, you know me. When my boys fight, it's fuck them.
That being said,
okay,
but you gotta salute Jesus.
I ain't gotta do nothing.
At the end of the day, I ain't
gotta do nothing. When you fought somebody, I said fuck them.
Just a disclaimer though. Disclaimer is we respect the skill.
I said I disrespect Terrence Crawford so bad, his family's ready to kill me. His trainer still don't mess with me. Till this day.
Right. He said, what the fuck you doing here? Yeah.
Hey, whatever. But when we start, Frank want to go straight to Shane. Straight to Shane?
I thought we was good on Shane. We not good from there?
I mean, I got some things to say.
All right, go ahead.
I got some things to say. I've
been saying this for a long time. Shane is so much better than we've ever seen. Best fight you would say is probably the fight he had with Gabriel Rosado, right?
Yep. And then Danny.
Shane he had a good fight against. He had a good fight. He had a good fight against Danny. I wouldn't say he smoked him.
He definitely smoked Danny. He beat the fuck out of Danny. He almost made him quit.
Can you smoke somebody but still like?
Yes.
Not
Floyd used to smoke people.
But Floyd was sharp.
He was.
I had conversations with Shane about that fight. Shane like, yeah, you right. I wasn't.
But what was Danny? Danny wasn't sharp.
Danny.
He retired. Danny.
You see where Danny at now?
Well, you should don't go over there and get retired, okay?
That being said, for me, real quick on Shane, if Shane, especially with his dad in his corner, if Shane is doing his thing, this is gonna be a hard night for Jesus. Shane number 1 can take a punch. Shane number 2 ain't no punk, and Shane number 3 got a hell of a right hand. So them the three things I got for Shane. I do think that Jesus is gonna win this fight.
Fuck out of here. Ramos, he's relentless. He's coming at all time. I give him that. But I always think Shane got to take some out of that.
Yeah, got to.
Whoever's gonna be the better fighter that night will win. Which I mean is boxing. Good. Get hit and don't get hit.
A good sign for Shane if he's throwing straights to the body. He's got to be touching the body.
The jab.
And it ain't about getting in there ripping.
The jab.
That ain't even who he is. That jab, you got to stab that jab, stab that right hand.
I watched the Lubin fight. Lubin was jab, body. Mm-hmm. Lubin was getting off combos and moving. I watched that fight back. I actually thought Lubin won. I definitely thought Lubin lost.
I thought you...
No, I picked...
We were screaming. We were screaming. Jesus like, Robbery.
I watched that back.
Now, I ain't watching it back.
He was sharp. Movement. I think he got to move on Ramos. Don't be there to get hit. Quick, hard jabs all night. I just think be first, too. Don't sit. The first man will win that fight.
Can't wait.
You can't wait, bro.
Can't wait.
This is gonna be a hustle.
Gotta be first on this one.
I think Shane pulls it out. Shane gets the winner out of Lara Janibek.
That's the one. That's what he been wanting.
Yep.
For so long.
Go get it, man. Everything you wanted.
My man been waiting on a lot.
I love seeing him and his pops together. I mean, he said, "Hey, man, when pops can come through for Thanksgiving, I said, more than welcome."
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to see him in his corner.
So he ate Thanksgiving dinner, huh?
No, Shane didn't.
Okay.
We had a whole shout out to our egg roll guy, Sam. Egg rolls. If you're ever in Vegas, you need some. Is it peach cobbler egg rolls? Oh, they banging. Sean's a hater. He wants you to get everything else.
That'd be the only thing you
That's
get.
That's the only thing I like. That's on. Shout out to me and Carson. Me and Carson, the dictator of the egg rolls.
He had a sweet potato egg rolls and things is stupid.
Yeah, me and Carson don't like those. Shout out to Carson.
the piece of.
Well, me and Carson don't like those. Okay, me and Carson like the egg rolls. But shout out to him. He made Shane some salmon and rice and vegetables.
Oh, he can cook.
Yeah. I had to make individual stuff. Get them right. Always look out for my guys.
That's what's up.
Yeah, shout out to the Mosley family came through. Then we got the Foster Fulton. Sean, I don't know about you. I am locked on who the hell to pick in this fight. This is a tight fight. It also, what I also realized, it could be a boring fight with their styles.
Just looking at the poster, and I'm thinking to myself,
that could be a fucking boring fight.
The only thing we can't have is a boring fight. I don't think we gonna get it.
They better be able to match the Mosley Ramos energy, because that fight's gonna be action packed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sean, they both counter punchers, defensive guys. Mm-hmm. But I mean,
they're not.
This is hard. That's hard for me.
They're not. I wouldn't say they're offensive technicians, but they're technicians.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you? So very defensively, technicians defensively, but offensively they can hit and not get hit.
Yeah.
So I hear you. Shock has always stepped up and has been able to step up and do what needs to be done.
I love he a dog.
Shock Fulton in his last fight did something we didn't expect him to do.
Came in there and smoked my man.
Yeah.
This is Shock division. Fulton's coming up first time at 130.
Yeah.
What did Fulton learn in the Inoue fight? Mm-hmm. Shock has never fought nobody on that level. Mm-hmm. Win, lose, or draw. You got to take something out of that. So I wonder. I think Fulton has more in his bag, Sean, than Foster. But I think Foster the dog.
And Foster bringing that length too.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it comes down to who has the most in the bag for me.
I think.
What else do you have?
I think of all the fights on the card, we could predict this is the one we can't predict. I think.
Yeah, it's tough for me. I got 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 50-50 coming in here, so,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you've been to 50-50 but you picked the one already.
Huh?
We already split. I got Mosley, you got Ramos.
I said I had Ramos, but I'm 50-50 too.
Listen. Yeah. All right, then we got
I gotta be 50-50 guy, though.
What does this be, the co-main event?
Lara
you're talking about
Janibek? Lara and Janibek.
Lara's been fighting so long, he fought
Say his
Paul
first name.
And his Lara.
Say both of them first name.
Janibek?
No,
okay.
That is not his first name. His first name starts with an A.
His first name is Janibek. Last name is Alimkhanuly.
Oh, okay. What say again?
I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but Alimkhanuly.
Hey, I always trust the white man.
Yeah, he made it sound sexy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, I mean, Lara been fighting so long, he fought Paul Williams. Did you know that?
I know. Come on. He been fighting so long. He fought somebody else in the wheelchair now. That's what you just said.
Say that, nobody.
Hey, you said that.
I didn't say nothing like that. No, he said that shit.
You said that.
I think I be saying wild shit. I never said nothing
You
like that.
just said that.
I never
What
said
did you
nothing
say?
like that. He fought Paul Williams. Paul Williams fought a long time ago. I didn't say nothing about he fought. I ain't even gonna say it. You gonna fall on that sword? Yeah. See, I told you. It ain't just me, y'all. But I mean, this fight. I'm leaning Janibek 60-40. Both fights are inconsistent. You never know what the fuck they're gonna bring. I'm going with Sean. Lara gets old on Saturday, man.
Not happening.
And this is finally but I think he put that body on him, kind of like make him feel him. Janibek makes him feel him, and gets Lara out of there late. Lara, do you know Lara has longer length than Janibek?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude is like, he's like a long, daddy long leg spider. Like he
and
just
short.
Yeah, long. There's nobody with better timing in the game, even at his age. There's nobody with better time. Who has better time? Maybe Inoue.
Maybe Terrence.
Maybe Terrence. Shakur. You know,
but there's not a lot.
But he not. Yeah.
What is he? 40? He between 40 and 50. We know he's Cuban, so
he said he between 40 and 50. This is how I think this fight gonna go. I think Janibek is going to push the tempo. He's gonna get caught by Lara. Lara might even put him down.
Damn.
I'm going this far with this one.
So I got Janibek stopping him.
I'm going this far with this one. Lara is gonna put Janibek down. Janibek is not going to be able to adjust and do what you would need to do. Janibek is going to have to pressure, right? A lot of what Jarrett Hurd did Janibek, but Janibek doesn't have that style to get hit and keep.
He has to make him feel him, though.
Keep dogging.
Is there another way to make somebody feel you without putting it?
No.
Nobody fights like that.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. I got Lara winning this fight.
Oh, I got Janibek. Okay,
Lara winning this fight.
Stopping him.
Lara gonna be sharp.
I mean, how long he gonna be sharp?
He gonna be sharp the whole fight.
No, I'm saying what you got 10 more years of sharpness?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Is he still a champion?
Yeah.
He keep a belt for some reason.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, he keep a belt. Didn't realize he beat Danny Garcia. Oh my God, dog.
Yeah.
But shout out to Lara. I mean, I'm going with Janibek, late stoppage, 10th, 11th round. 9th or 10th round.
I got Lara.
Okay.
Main event.
This is a 50-50 fight to me. A lot of people are like, what do you mean, Anthony, that's a 50-50 fight? I still remember Lamont Roach before Tank Davis. And that's what I made my mistake with that with Norman. I'm going to start looking at people's overall careers.
I gotta go back and do my research.
Yeah, that relentless pressure by Eastside Cruz, obviously it's the only thing he does well. And he does it well. Mm-hmm. If you're not prepared, you're not in shape, you're not sharp, from one moment you can get clocked. You can't be on the ropes. You have to do everything it takes to stay sharp, be in condition, take a punch, fine timing. It's everything to beat that guy. And if you sharp like Ryo was one night, Tank did enough with one arm. Who else got him?
What was another kid by the name of
They gave him hell, but he got robbed.
Yeah, and his name starts with a G. What is that kid's name?
Giovanni?
Giovanni, yeah.
Giovanni was sharp, and Giovanni got robbed. And I felt like
it's Giovanni Cabrera.
Yeah, and I felt like he should have won that night.
Yeah, I thought he won that fight too.
But yeah, I think Rolly obviously got demolished by him. But
yeah,
if you're not prepared for Eastside Cruz, you will get taken out. I want to see how Lamont shows up, how motivated he is to prove people it wasn't just a fluke that night to get a draw.
I said to somebody the other day, believe it or not, I think Lamont Roach can stop Pitbull Cruz. And who I was doing an interview with, I think it was Marcos. I was talking to Marcos, and he says, "Oh, that's what he said. He says that they're going to go in there. They think they're going to stop him." So yeah, this is a tailor-made style for Lamont Roach.
To that point.
My bad.
So when you turn on the other side, Lamont Roach can do everything those guys did to beat him, but better.
Ooh. There it is.
The experience.
There it is.
The timing.
There it is.
That what was that DC style?
There it is.
I think he just blip blip blip. Blip blip blip.
Yeah.
So when the kid steps up and fights his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used swinging them things, but you ain't hitting nothing. But he has to stay sharp. Defense has to be tight because Pitbull, this is a 50-50 fight to me. Even though I'm picking Lamont, I still think Pitbull got a shot.
Pitbull has a shot. He doesn't have that hellacious
6-40.
That hellacious power that it looks like he has. He throws with a lot of power.
They just always coming.
It's all telegraphed. You see it all coming. And then I tell people this all the time. Throwing a punch like this with all of that doesn't determine the power. It's the turning of the body, using the body weight and not arm. A lot of his punches are arm punches, but because he's so short and stocky, it all looks right here. But it's just arm. It's just arm. It's not the full body and the full. And on top of that, everything is telegraphed as well.
Is it too late for them to throw in a jab in his arsenal?
And nobody's teaching it.
That's what I'm like. Who's the trainer?
Should be Shawn Porter.
Okay. But I'm just like, I don't ever see nothing else in Pitbull's game. It's just the same Pitbull.
Yeah, like imagine if Pitbull came up to you and was like,
man. Sean, just that little shit.
I still don't think we got a problem, but I want to see it. I don't think it's a problem, but I want to see him walk up.
You would
never
be expecting that. Like, oh shit.
I do want to see him walk up and throw the jab.
You throw a jab and then you throw the combinations the way he throws them, kind of like a Madonna type style.
Yeah.
You got hell on your.
Let's keep it 100. There's too much athleticism coming from Lamont.
Yeah.
There's too much intelligence coming from Lot. There's too much speed coming from Lamont. Lamont has to literally make the wrong move. He has to be in a position where he has to either go left or go right and do one of two things. Number one, either go the wrong way.
With your hands down.
And somehow Pitbull met him where he was going. We haven't seen Pitbull cut off the ring against anybody. Or the other thing is Lamont has to have a moment where he just simply parks there and stays. Shout out to my boy Timothy Bradley. I get that from him, man. Don't park there. Don't stay there.
Park there, get your ass parked.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. And I don't think that's going to happen. So I got Lamont Roach winning this fight.
Yeah, I mean,
50-50.
Lamont has to be what Sean always says his dad was, the ropes of fire that night. Do not stay on the ropes.
Yeah.
Get off the rope. You better be in tip-top shape.
And it ain't his nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's still this big chip on his shoulder too,
Yeah.
A lot of people get a fight with Tank or some of these bigger names, and it's like all of a sudden, like your identity has changed. You feel like you've arrived even though you lost, and now obviously he didn't lose that fight with Tank, but most people get complacent.
Shout out to Shane. He said he felt like he got the Lara the fight because he was on a PBC show.
Which fight? This fight right here?
Because he was on a PBC show. Calling it out. You know what the PBC show you're talking about? Us.
Oh. I mean, hell, I almost lost his shit.
He said, well, y'all PBC. I said, they family. Hey, shout out to PBC.
Yeah.
Okay, is Lamont signed to PBC or this co-promote?
We don't know what's happening.
All right, we can't say nothing, all right?
Yeah, I think this pro box situation.
Hey, Tank gonna light your ass up when he get back.
let's show real quick. Sean Zittel, shout out to Sean. He's out there. Well, he's actually going to say where he's at. Let's just show the video real quick, and then we'll come back. We'll close. And again, don't forget that we have an interview with Manny Pacquiao and his son post all of this.
What is up, PorterWay Podcast family? It's your man, Sean Zittel. And I'm at SoFi Stadium today. Couldn't make the show. Had to cover Raiders-Chargers. So let's get into the card Saturday at San Antonio. Ramos and Mosley Jr. for the interim WBC title. So Shane Jr. getting his shot at a world title. It's an interim title, but still a world title fight. This is something Shane Jr. has been knocking on the door for. His opportunity is here. I'm going to have to favor the young bull, though. And we love Shane Jr. on the podcast, but Ramos is a good fighter, an ascending force, only lost, close fight to Erickson Lubin. Shane Jr., if he can make his length work for him in this fight, you know, 6'1", bigger guy, well, not bigger guy, but longer guy, then maybe he can pull this one off. But I'm going to have to go with Jesus Ramos to win that opening fight. Ramos is a good fighter, and I think he'll make a good entry into the 160 title picture and everything. So got Ramos in the opener. As for O'Shaquie Foster and Stephen Fulton, good fight. I'm a little worried about O'Shaquie Foster's weight cut. I believe he's a vegetarian. He's told me that in the past. Big guy, 5'8.5", could easily be a lightweight, maybe even 140. He's a big dude at 130. But unless that weight cut is killing him, I'm going to give the edge to O'Shaquie Foster. I think he has a little bit more firepower at 130 than Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton has the better resume, better accomplishments for sure, the more decorated fighter. But I think at 130 pounds, I give Foster the edge with his length. He's a little bigger, a little more firepower. And Foster has one of the better defenses in the sport right now. Very good shoulder roll from O'Shaquie Foster. Can't count Cool Boy out. I thought Figueroa was going to win that rematch, and Cool Boy shut it down, came back from the abyss. A man goes into the abyss, and what does he see? Himself. And Stephen Fulton came out from that abyss to become two-division champ. But I'm going to have to favor the dog from Texas fighting at home in O'Shaquie Foster. Co-main event, Janibek and Lara. Janibek. Lara's 42 years old. He's made adjustments to his style. Shout out to our guy, Aaron Peterson, JYD, who's been sparring with him and said, in his words, still hits hard as shit with that left hand. That brick is a serious shot for Lara. He's sitting down on it, getting a lot of knockouts at 160. But against, at the championship level, dubious competition. So Janibek's got to be wary of the straight left hand of Lara. But Lara, even against Danny last fight, didn't throw a whole lot of punches. So I think Janibek with the pre-punch motion, the feinting, taking steps, taking angles. I mean, Janibek's the unified #1 middleweight in the world. If he can't beat a 42-year-old Lara, that'd be very disappointing on Janibek's part. He's got a potential Crawford fight in front of him and other big fights. Janibek, speaking of weight, like with Foster, he has some tough weight cuts, but I'm going to go with Janibek for sure. The youth and his feints and his activity, movement, he should be able to have enough to offset that straight left hand of Lara. I definitely got Janibek in that fight. The hard one to pick is the main event. And I don't even know if I'm going to pick it right now, PorterWay Podcast. I'm sorry. I don't have the hot hand like I normally do, so I'm a little gun shy. Pitbull Cruz is the more explosive fighter. Lamont Roach is fighting behind enemy lines. Lamont Roach is the more crafty, skilled fighter, but Pitbull is going to come out the gates hot. And Lamont is not the mover that Tank was to pull out that first fight with an injured hand. And he's not going to move as much, I think, as Rayo Valenzuela. So he's going to allow Pitbull to get to the spaces he wants in the ring quite a bit, I think, and fight in the pocket. That's where Lamont does his best work. Lamont's a good counterpuncher in the pocket, but that explosiveness early is a big threat to him. And we'll see how he holds up. We'll see. It might be a precarious proposition to stay in the pocket with a Mexican warrior behind enemy lines and think you could sharpshoot him in the pocket. I think Lamont's capable, but early is particularly, it'll be tough. Pitbull's not a puzzle to solve, but he's explosive. The velocity, I think, surprises fighters. You know, in person, me and Sean have seen Pitbull fight in person. He could put them things together with some good speed if you stay there. And Lamont likes to stay there a little bit. He's going to give some angles and some movement. Honestly, I need a little more time to break down that fight. I am convinced that it is going to be a good-ass fight because styles make fights. And again, Roach is not going to move as much as those other two guys. He said it. He told me in the interview he thinks he could sharpshoot Pitbull in the pocket. So I think it's Pitbull's fight out the gates. Lamont's going to have to weather the storm a little bit. And if he can get comfortable in the pocket, swimming without getting wet, rolling shots, catching shots, countering in the pocket, then he's on his way. He could take control of that fight and win that fight. All I'm convinced of is it's going to be a good-ass fight. So, from SoFi Stadium here in LA, PorterWay Podcast. Love y'all. Peace. Enjoy the fights.
That's my guy right there. He was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to do this. It's not really working out. Do you still want me to?" I said, "Man, you got to do it."
Yeah.
I said, "Whenever you're away, you always send me questions. You always send me comments, and I always forget to include you." I said, "I always want you included in the PorterWay Podcast. You know your family." So, Sean, enjoy the game. We'll catch you on the next one. Great picks right there. The one thing he said to me, or said right there, that I really wasn't prepared to hear is that Lamont Roach wants to sit in the pocket and try to sharpshoot him. Problem with that is you become a stationary target, and a stationary target,
perfect Pitbull. Yeah.
So, and finishing people's sentences and shit nowadays.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get chased by a Pitbull in the hood. Don't be a stationary target. Right. Keep moving, motherfucker.
Right. Why would you? Hey, let's do these fan questions real quick.
Okay, what they talking about? Anthony James.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Anthony James. First off, I want to say I'm a big fan of y'all. I've been watching y'all for years. And so my question is, I believe that a lot of the older generation of fighters get a lot more credit and validity than the newer generation or the modern generation from the mid-90s to now. And I think people associate a skill gap with that as well. So my question ultimately is, do you guys believe that there is a skill gap between the older generation and the fighters of today? And if so, in what areas do you feel that there is a skill gap? Appreciate y'all.
First off, thank you for our service, for your services.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anthony, what's his name?
Anthony James.
Anthony James, appreciate you, sir.
Black as hell.
Oh, it's AJ.
No, I'm the AJ. Black ass name. He said he feel like a skills gap between the modern fighters and the fighters today.
Yeah, he's asking, is there a skill gap? What's the separation that why fighters get so much more credit and validation in the back in the old school opposed to the new school now?
I think it was more that they fought each other. We didn't do this. Oh, we can't fight. We can't fight this. I need the money. Back in the day, it was warriors. There was a warrior spirit, and everybody fought everybody. I think the last run we kind of had like that was when you guys, PBC side in the welterweight division, where all you guys fought everybody. But yeah, I think back in the days, the guys really fought everybody. And the Mayweather era separated that. Because we lost a lot of boxing fans, Sean, during the Mayweather era. And I realized that when I talk to people, they're like, yeah, I don't watch it anymore, but I used to. Like before Floyd, I was like, damn.
It kind of was the timing. The timing of MMA becoming bigger.
Yeah.
On
the
ESPN,
heavyweight division.
The heavyweight division that people understood about boxing, the thing that brought you to boxing as American boxing fans, that was kind of like slowly diminishing. And then on the other side of that, you got this new fab in the MMA world, the UFC world starting to really rise. And you see so much action, so much blood, so much, all this.
American #1 fighter is defense. His hit don't be hit. People feel like he's running when he's actually boxing. But it was the timing.
For me, the difference with the old school and the new school, two things. They fought a lot. They fought everybody. It really, I think the business kind of handled itself. Back in the day, you didn't really have to promote boxing the way that you have to promote it now.
Yeah.
The mentality.
Yeah, they were gladiators.
That's the separation. It's not the skill gap is actually favors the new age opposed to favoring the old school. The old school, they didn't have the kind of techniques and the variety that we have now. The variety just wasn't the same, which is why you would have a Roy Jones that just completely separates himself. You would have a Nassim Hamed over there in the UK that just completely separates him. But you got a lot of guys that are fast now. You got a lot of guys that are quick, a lot of guys that are counter punches, all that kind of stuff. I think the skill gap favors the new school, but the mentality favors the old school.
Yeah.
Those guys ran without music. What I'm saying to you is the mental fortitude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just different.
You just don't.
You were just different back in the day. And I think the respect that you have for boxers back in the day, nowadays, again, you got so many people who can just get into it and do it now. It's been quote unquote watered down. Yeah. So I think that's the gap. I don't think it's a physical skill gap. I think it's a mental and a emotional gap. To me, I think that's the separation.
Okay, I like it.
Good question, Anthony James. We appreciate you, AJ, for that.
Yeah, I appreciate your services.
Yes, sir. We got one more, right?
What's good? My question was, I guess, like, what y'all think about Bam Rodriguez and Inoue fight? Because the commentating during the Ring 4, they was talking like Bam was going to be a favorite. I remember Coppinger was saying something like, yeah, I think he'd be a slight favorite on that fight, but I just don't. I just can't see it. I just can't see it, even though Bam's a great fighter.
Yeah, I feel like kind of like him. The Bam versus Inoue fight. I don't know if you guys can hear it clearer than we could. What do we think about that? I feel like some people saying Bam will be the favorite. That's a hard fight.
And he said he has a problem believing that Bam would be the favorite against Inoue. I'm not, and you said this, so shout out to Antt. Yeah. You've been saying that, these weight classes don't matter.
Yeah. I always say a 3-weight fighter.
I think where the weight classes don't matter, the lower weights, I'm sorry, where they matter. Excuse me, where they do matter.
Oh, okay.
The lower weights. Reason being is because those smaller guys, they're not going to get any bigger. They're not going to go from 114 to 118 and mysteriously put on this muscle that they didn't have before. Their bodies are made the way that they're made.
Unless you're Manny Pacquiao. Where'd he start at?
Yeah, you're Manny, yeah. But Manny... Manny was working, once in a lifetime situation. List kind of goes on. And then heavyweights. Those guys are young, big guys that eventually grow into being what they become. Yes. But you got so many weight classes in between. You got 130-pounders that could fight at 135 or fight at 140. You got 40s that can fight at 54, and they're pulling the weight down to get to 40 and stuff like that. I think with this two right here, I think that gap in that weight actually does matter. I think that gap in that weight, in the way being slightly older, more experienced and things like that, I am inclined to favor Inoue in this fight, even though I haven't seen as much anyway as I've seen Bam. But the reason why I favor is because the age gap, the size gap. That's big for the little guys. And Inoue is a monster. He's a monster. So I think that Inoue would be the favorite. And the betting odds and the blah 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 blah, and it's a hell of a fight. But I just feel like there's a gap there. There's a gap there that I don't like.
And just meet at 122. Just Bam comes up.
Bam would be coming because I think Bam said like 114.
Yeah, he 114.
Yeah,
I'm saying if they do fight.
Oh yeah. You got to meet at 122. Yeah, because he's at 126 now.
Oh, he kept going?
I think he's at 126 now, right?
He got another fight. His last fight was actually at 122 still.
Okay.
So but yeah, he could be going up for this fight.
Mm-hmm. I think
super bantamweight.
I think Inoue is on record for saying 126 is as high as he's going to go. I think he's on record for saying that. But again, once you get there and you see how much more you might have left and blah, 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 I do think that's a hell of a fight.
Yes. I would like to see Bam get more experience.
Bam has to have more experience.
Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing.
He has to have more strength. Let me say this real quick, and now I think we can get out of here. Strength doesn't mean putting on muscle so that you can hit somebody and clock them. There's strength that you need to withstand what you're getting hit with as well. And Bam has to really build his body up a little bit more, getting in the ring with somebody like Inoue, who has both speed, power, quick, who has the total package. I think Bam has the total package, and he's growing into becoming the total package while Inoue is there now having the total package.
6-year age difference?
Yeah.
6 years.
Let's slow it down just a little bit. Respectfully. I say that with all respect.
Years. Both been the guy off the canvas and got the knockout. I love that. So both can be put down, both can be hurt. So we'll see.
That would be a sharp fight. 2 years? Year.
Yeah, 2 years. After 2 years.
I hate to wait 2 years, but I think 2 years is like, now we talking about who's this fight favor. It favors Bam, I think, in 2 years.
Yeah.
Might favor Bam in 2 years, might be 50-50 in a year. And now I think I got 60-40, 55-45 in the way.
2027, we're getting Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney at 147.
Ooh.
Hopefully.
It's a hell of a fight.
I feel like there's nowhere else to go after Tio and Shakur. I got to make the fight. Hopefully we get my man Tank back in the ring, get him back in the mix, but I don't know.
Got to.
2027. How was 2020? 2026 wasn't, 2027. 2026, I think we'll get them. 2025, it wasn't bad.
No.
It wasn't bad.
It's been a good year.
It wasn't bad.
Been a good year.
It still can't top. What was that? 2023 for Showtime? Yeah. God damn, man. Y'all was balling. Y'all was rolling. Y'all was doing it all, man.
He said y'all was balling.
That was one of the best year boxing I've ever seen in my life.
Also on the card next week, Frank Martin making his comeback fight against Rancis Bartholomew.
Shout out buying Frank.
And Rancis.
Elijah Garcia's coming back.
Elijah Garcia's back. Okay. Motivational message. And then we're up out of here. And remember, stay after the motivational message to see Manny and his son and me in between those guys, just, having quick discourse with those guys. My motivational message. Do you find a solution for every problem? Or do you find a problem for every solution? Kind of goes back to what I was saying a couple of weeks ago about what your mindset is, what you're focused on. Are you focused on negative things or are you focused on positive things? We're talking about the law of attraction here, where if you focus on the negative is going to happen. Same thing for the positive. And so with that being said, let's be problem solvers. Let's not create problems. Let's not see a problem and create more problems. Let's see problems and create more solutions. Be solution oriented. This is the PorterWay.
Stay blessed.
Listen, I'm late to the party, y'all. My apologies. So I'm gonna come in between y'all. Late? I feel like I didn't know this was happening, but I feel like you guys asked every question that I'm gonna ask. But I want to start with you, Jimuel.
Yeah.
How did you feel walking out to the ring tonight?
It was new to me. I didn't expect that many people, but yeah, it was hard. But I had fun
didn't
out
expect
there.
that many people. You've been walking around the casino. You knew the casino was coming in here tonight. Did it shake you up a little bit?
Yeah, it just felt different. It felt different. Yeah, but I had fun out there though. Yeah, that was fun.
Different from the 10 amateur fights that you've had, right?
Oh yeah, way different. Yeah.
And once the bell rings, we already know that energy it transitions. You go from being nervous to I got to do what I got to do. When did that kick in for you?
Oh, in the beginning, he came at me right away, and I was there. I was ready, and I gave him my all.
Was that a little bit more than you expected from him?
Yeah. He's a really tough guy.
Yeah. Could you hear me telling you to use your jab? Jab, Jimuel, jab.
Nah, it was hard. The whole place was loud.
Couldn't hear a lot. You couldn't hear a lot.
I couldn't hear that much.
Yeah, we can hear Sean all the way.
Sean was through.
I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Manny, I can only imagine you see your son get in the ring without a headgear on for the first time. You had to be shaking.
It's my first time to feel like that. I like my muscles like shaking, like my heart is beating too much, like unexplainable to my emotion. Like I want to give instruction and shout, like, but I can't. Like I'm stay quiet. That's my feeling.
Now I've been on both sides of this. So the difference between you and your dad, that never went away.
Yeah.
You felt that way until the bell rang. You probably still feel that way now, I imagine. Do you want to see him do it again?
It's up to him, but I want to make sure that if he want to fight again, then I'm gonna supervise his training.
I was gonna ask you that. Any thoughts of training him yourself?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to supervise his training if he wants to fight again. And now I know that he learned a lot for this fight. What the fight is and what the profession, the real fight is.
What was the mission for you, or what has been the mission for you? You decided to start boxing just a couple of years ago. First fight, ends in the draw. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't give a shit. Like, you get another opportunity to get in the ring. You got a great promoter behind you that's gonna match you correctly. What's the mission?
I just I just want to get better each fight and see how far I can go. Yeah. So each fight is a lesson.
There's no doubt that you'll box again.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing. I'm definitely doing it again.
You get some people that actually enjoy being in the ring. I didn't really enjoy being in the ring. I like the crowd. I like the noise, but I just want to get in and get out. Did you enjoy that at all?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. The challenge. Because I think this is the toughest sport in the world.
Yeah.
So I enjoy the challenge. I love pushing myself, and we'll see.
Real quick, just a couple more. I thought you won the first 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. How did you feel the fight went? I had it scored the draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I landed a lot the first 2 rounds, and then as the fight went on, he was kind of roughing me up, and it kind of affected me a little bit. I was shocked. I didn't expect that from him, so I was caught off guard.
The 4th round is championship rounds.
Yeah.
Did you feel that at all? Did you feel like I have to do more?
Yes, definitely, yeah. So in my head, I was just like bite down and like stay in there with him, and just try to outslug him.
Well, Manny, he's got the mentality of a fighter. When we gonna let him do it again, right?
He can fight again, but I have to make sure that I'm supervising his training. I don't want to make that happen again. He need to improve more instinct and focus in his opponent in the fight.
This is a lot for your first fight. Nobody gets all of this in their first fight. I was like a Olympic alternate. I mean, nobody gets all of this. Does it feel good to have this kind of moment right now?
Yeah, I mean, it means good, because for the next pro fights, and if this happens again, then I'll be, I experienced it already, and I know what to expect. Yeah.
Advice from me, because that's what I do. Take your time, pick wisely, and enjoy it.
All right.
God bless, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.